Hello, my friends. How are you? Happy not Monday at all. It's Tuesday. I waited until Tuesday to do my 3-card spread for you at the beginning of this week. Mama had a busy ass weekend. Mama needed a weekend day. It happened to be Monday when she took it. Weird to talk about myself in the third person. I'm happy to be here with you. Let's just dive on in. I have your 3-card spread for the week. A tiny bit behind schedule, and my glasses, you'll notice, are not on my face, which means they're in another location, which means I'm full of burps, which means I may have trouble reading these words. Why? Because I'm old. Cheers! Can I just say real quick, if you're somebody on a healing journey, if you're going through some shit, there's a really great saying I like. If you're going through hell, just keep going. Because you're going to get through it if you go into it to get through it. Why do I say that in relation to my age and my burps? Because the irony in my life, I think this happens for a lot of folks, is the older I get, like your body starts to fall apart. Like I need glasses now and all the obvious things that come with aging. But knock wood, thank God, consciousness be praised. I get happier and happier, healthier and healthier the older I get, because of all the work I've been doing on this system here. Also because I'm lucky. Also because miracles are real. But what I'm trying to say is aging, getting older, doesn't have to be such a negative Nancy terrible thing. It's also like such an opportunity. We have so much time to grow into ourselves, to become wise, wizened versions of who we were as young people. Squeezle just hopped up on the on the beanbag chair, and there was somebody walking by in the window behind the camera here. She made a little noise at them and it was really cute. I'm not going to show you her right now because I don't want to readjust my camera. Look, it's Tuesday. There's Tuesday vibes in the room. Anyway, what if we can look at the process of getting older as the process of stepping more and more into who we are, more and more into the freedom and the liberation that comes with giving fewer fucks. Because I don't know about you, but I have so few fucks to give at this point, and it's quite liberating. All right, in the recent past, you've got the Protecting Treasure card upside down. Let's see what the heck that's about, according to Colette Baron Reed. Do you, too greatly, something in my eye, do you too easily give your loyalty to those who haven't earned it? This is a time to assess your personal loyalties and discern whether they're being returned in kind. Some relationships are made for convenience, and some favor one side over the other. Vulnerability born of fear may lead to being taken advantage of. Perhaps the imbalance in your relationships is due to a conscious choice you've made. If so, make sure you aren't being hurt by the arrangement. If you believe you've found some kind of protective refuge, be aware that there may be a price to pay. This is good shit. You may also need to reassess whether you're compromising yourself in any way to achieve what is an illusion of safety. Be true to your dream and remember that the angels will bring the right people your way to further the path of your highest good. Remain cautious and be conscious of the give and take in all relationships and projects at this time. Don't give away the farm for a smile, metaphorically speaking. So that's really cool. You want to think about, are you being overly kind? Are you trusting people? And this is, again, in the recent past position. So have you been trusting people who maybe don't have your highest interest in mind? I love what she said here. If you believe you found some kind of protective refuge, be aware that there may be a price to pay. People love the idea that relationships can be unconditional and non-transactional, and they sort of can, but not really. At the end of the day, even the people that love you conditionally, let's say you were to suddenly change and start to do things that don't vibe with their moral compass or their sense of what makes sense in the world or is okay in the world or works for them in the world, that relationship would have to end. or it would get incredibly strained and difficult for both people. So in a sense, relationships are conditional. They're conditional upon, is what's happening for you working for that person you're in relationship with? And as that person grows and develops, what that person needs may change, and same for you. So there are conditions that matter. Think about the person you're with, or anybody you might be dating or whatever, romantically involved with. If they were to change in some huge ways, that might change how you feel about them. We have to be real about this. So oftentimes we think we can be nicey nice and feel real safe under an angel's wing, but sometimes you can be, as she said, giving away the farm for a smile. So there's something in your recent past that's been to do with that. In the present moment, let's see what's happening. We're at the Golden Palace once again. If you guys have been with me for a little bit, you know that we've had the Golden Palace a few times lately. There's always enough. The Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. So we have both financial abundance and integrous personal inner abundance. I love that. Now, interestingly, our outcome card is the dry desert. Let's see what we have to say about this. Squeezle dog. Dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. Is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? Have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a dry, hot, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. You're being required to conserve your energy until, after consistent effort, you reach the oasis you're searching for. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They've adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In the desert, water, essential for life, can be found deep underground. Go deep within yourself now. Find your truth there. Let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you're in until you move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. This may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is a most important place to find what's truly right for you. So it's really interesting, isn't it, to have the abundance card, all this money and abundance and integrity internally leading us around the corner to the dry desert card. But it actually makes a ton of sense to me, because if you think about it, sometimes abundance affords you the time to sit still and go within. It can be expensive, both energetically and financially, to go within, sit with yourself, process your stuff, discover what's the deeper truth. She talks in the dry desert card about going below the surface value of things. And she talks about, think about the animals that are resilient and survive in a environment like this one, right? They've learned they've adapted to live in a harsh circumstance like that, or harsh circumstances, plural, like these. So with the abundance you have in the present moment, prepare yourself to go within and understand what is the true source of your value. Who are you actually? And don't panic if your outer landscape looks and feels like a dry desert. It's because you're being pulled inward to do an inside job set of tasks to get you where you're going. Remember, life is an inside job. Life is about processing, clearing, integrating, healing, becoming who you are internally, so that the outside reality can reflect back to you what you already are. The good news, bad news is external reality is 100% of the time reflecting back to you who you are and what's going on within you. Always. It's always doing that. So the question is, what's going on within you? Coming around the corner, you're going to be given an opportunity because your external circumstances may be a bit desert-like. You're going to be given an opportunity to go within. Find the well of water, the oasis, if you will, in the desert within yourself. It's an inside job, as we say in the 12-step rooms. So I hope you're being kind to yourself, going outside, hearing the birdies from time to time. I finally got some art hung up in my office. Things are coming along in this space. Feels really good. It's good to be with you guys. Thanks for being here. I'm having like Tuesday morning sluggish vibes. I hope your Tuesday morning is full of light and energy and robustness. If you're looking for some profound trauma healing, some energy clearing, go ahead and hop into my subscription series. Head over to katierubin.com and purchase a subscription. It's very affordable, and you get a video delivered to your inbox at the beginning of every month and the end of every month that has a reading just for the small group of you, as well as channeled info and deep emotional processing through the spiritual energy work I do. And if you're curious about what that is, I work through the Akashic Records. I'm in the Akashic Records of you right now, believe it or not. Check out katierubin.com to learn more about what the hell the Akashic Records might actually be. And gosh, what else? If you're in the Northern Florida area, I'm producing a storytelling event. 7 professional storytellers will tell you stories on the topic of epic love this coming Sunday, February 5th, 7:30 p.m. at Theater Jacksonville. And I'd love to see you there. We have 3 more performances of Mary Poppins at playersbythesea.org. That's where you get all your info about that. I have a new announcement, of a class I'll be teaching locally called, it's an acting class for working actors. So if you're a working actor in the Jacksonville area or any area nearby, I have many, many years experience professionally, and I teach for Stanford and ACT and all kinds of different professional acting institutions, and have for many, many years. So we'll be doing a working actors workshop. So if you're looking to activate your chops, stay lubed up in the acting realm, check out truestorystudios.com and or katierubinonstage.com for info about acting classes. We're going to start the week of February 20th. There'll be 2 classes per week. There'll be a day class on Mondays and an evening class on Tuesdays. So consider hopping into that. I feel like I have other stuff for you, but who can think of it?